Hello everyone. It was a gorgeous day. It was so gorgeous out. We had a marvelous day. When my husband got home, we grabbed our son and we headed to the Fulton Dutch Days is what it was called. There was a parade. It was awesome. We saw a lot of flooding along the way. The Mississippi River, you see a lot of houses underwater, and also like people would have their vehicle parked at the end of their driveway, like right up by the road, and then right next to their vehicle was a boat. So we actually saw people in their boat heading back to their house, because along the river the houses are built up. They've got like big huge walls that they're built up on, like the foundation is super high. It's like all cement blocks. So you've got these houses that are built up because of flooding, because anywhere along the river you'll deal with flooding. So they will literally go by boat to get back into their house and, to get out. So it was kind of cool to see that along the way, because the Mississippi River is super flooded. So we were at Fulton and there was a parade, and I did videotape the fire trucks lining up for the parade because I thought that was pretty cool. And then I do have a few shots of the fire trucks actually in the parade, because they had I think I saw the Fulton Fire Department, Thomas Fire Department, Albany Fire Department, and Sauk Valley Fire Department. So there was like 4 different cities had their fire departments in the parade, and the very tail end of the parade was the Sauk Valley with their pink car and their pink fire truck. So that was pretty cool. And then there's a windmill. There was a Dutch windmill there, and I bought a bag of flaxseed. Like it's one of those quart Ziploc bags. So I got one of those. It was full of flax seeds that they ground in the mill, because it is an actual working mill. And that only cost me like $2. I also got this neat little bread warmer. Bread and bun warmer. You put it in the oven at like 350. It's got instructions in here. And then you put it in the bottom of your bread basket and you set the bread on it so that the bread and the buns sitting on the table stay cold. Yeah, stay warm. It's really neat. I love it. So I got that. I bought mustard that comes from the Netherlands. Stone ground mustard, I believe. I can't read it because it's not in English. They do have the ingredients in English. No preservatives. And it does say it's manufactured in the Netherlands. And it's got a windmill on the top of the lid. This is what it looks like. It's backwards because I've got it in selfie mode. And then we went through Clinton, Iowa. My son wanted to go into Clinton, Iowa. So we went into Clinton, Iowa. And after we were done at Dutch Days, walking around, looking at all the vendors and stuff. So we then went into Clinton, where we stopped at this little shop and got, I got like a tin sign for my husband to nail onto the wall in the garage. And then we went to a place called Paul's. It's a discount store. We didn't buy anything there though. And my son wanted to go to Farm and Fleet in Clinton, Iowa. So we went to Farm and Fleet. And then my husband's like, okay, so we're going to have to get back to Illinois. I'm like, just turn around and go back across the river, the Mississippi, Clinton, from Clinton to Fulton. And then we'll drive home from there. And he's like, no, because we have to go too far out of the way. He was like, I want to head south in Iowa, and we'll cross over in Davenport. And we're driving along, and we get to Davenport, and he's like, well, I'm hungry. So we stopped at the Iowa Machine Shed, which is awesome. I love their food. I also bought something at the Iowa Machine Shed. Because I know this is crazy, but it's cast iron, and it's a Labrador. It's like a little cast iron Labrador. So I bought that. We'll put that up on the bookshelf. He'll be cute on the bookshelf. Anyway, so we're leaving Iowa Machine Shed, and He goes, so do you know how to get through Davenport and cross? Because Davenport has 3 bridges that cross the Mississippi River. And one of them is called the Centennial Bridge. One's the Rock Island Arsenal. And then there's the I-74 bridge. Oh, there's also the I-80 bridge. But that's actually in LeClaire. So to get through Davenport and to get back to the Iowa side, we had to choose either Centennial, Arsenal, or 74. Well, the Arsenal Bridge is currently closed. You can't cross it because of the flooding. So it's flooded downtown. You can't come off the Arsenal Bridge. You'd come off the Arsenal Bridge and down into river. So can't go that way. He didn't want to cross on 74, and he's like, do you know how to find the Centennial Bridge? I'm like, well, yeah, I know how to find the Centennial Bridge, but I don't want to. Like, I wish you would have listened to me and crossed into Illinois back in Clinton, Iowa. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Like, and I go, do you not know what part of town the Centennial Bridge is in? And he's like, oh, it'll be fine. It's still daylight. I'm like, barely. You don't get it. Barely. I'm like, you don't drive through that part of Davenport, Iowa that late in the day. So he's like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. So we're driving along and I'm giving him directions on how to get to the Centennial Bridge so we can cross this on the Centennial, and gawking at the flooding and everything. And he's like, was that? I'm like, yeah, that's a whore on the corner that's like totally like high, like bloodshot eyes, shakes, not much clothing, standing on the corner like adjusting to make sure she's showing enough skin and stuff. And he's like, I'm like, yes, this is why we don't go through this part of Iowa or Davenport, Iowa this time of day, because there literally will be whores standing on the corner, drunk people standing on the corner, high people standing on the corner, people with weapons standing on the corner. That's where all the shootings happen, is down there. So we made it safely across the Centennial Bridge. Whatever, no big deal. But it was crazy. We made it home safely. The dogs were thrilled to see us. So I'm going to share a couple of clips, and this video is just to let you know that the clips that I'm showing are from Dutch days. They will be very short. Like, I only took some really, really short videos. I wanted to stop and videotape like the flooding, but there was no way at this time of day that I was going to get out of the van in downtown Davenport to show you the flooding, because the flooding is bad on the Iowa side, but when you're crossing Centennial you can see the barriers on the Illinois side. So the flood barriers stop the Illinois side from flooding, but the Iowa side only has an ESCO barrier which was breached or whatever, so you won't get to see the flooding. I was hoping to show the flooding, but there's no way I'm getting out of the car down there this time of day. It was the sun's starting to set. You don't go down there this time of day. I've been there at night before and it was scary. So I don't go down there and get out of my vehicle at this time of day. So there are going to be a few very short clips. In the description box it will say what they are, so that anybody who is new to the channel will know exactly what it is. Hopefully I can get some better videos of some other major events going on that we happened to attend, but this one was kind of fun. It was like going to the fair almost, but without the rides. So thank you for tuning in, and I will upload this video, and then I will upload a couple of videos from Dutch days. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.